Hello, friends. I'm Miss Sarah, and this is the next Sharpsburg story stream. Whether you're a friend who normally comes to the library for story time, or someone who's just finding us via our online content, I know we're going to have fun together today. Since I don't know which of my friends at home are watching, the hello song will not include anyone's names. It's to the same tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. For the first verse, let's clap our hands. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. If you want to read a book, sit down and take a look. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. Let's stomp our feet. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. If you want to read a book, sit down and take a look. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. Let's wave our arms. If you want to read a book, wave your arms. If you want to read a book, wave your arms. If you want to read a book, sit down and take a look. If you want to read a book, wave your arms. Let's find our chair. If you want to read a book, find your chair. If you want to read a book, find your chair. If you want to read a book, sit down and take a look. If you want to read a book, find your chair. All right, I hope everyone's doing well this week. Have you ever had a favorite piece of clothing or a favorite toy? What did you do whenever it wore out or you got too big for it? Oh, I'm hearing a lot of you gave them away. Maybe you had a garage sale, or you donated them, you gave them to a place like Goodwill or a thrift store. That is a great thing to do when something doesn't fit you anymore, or you get too big or too old for something that you used to like. Today's story is about a little girl and her absolutely favorite pair of shoes, and what might happen when she outgrows those shoes. This story also takes place in two places, here in the US and far away across the ocean somewhere in Africa. What do you know about Africa? Is it a big place or a small place? You're right, it's a big place. It's a continent with all different kinds of countries and cultures. So I don't know where in Africa the story takes place. Maybe you can do some research and find out. Today's story is called Red Shoes. It is words by Karen English and pictures by Ebony Glenn. It's read with permission of Scholastic. Red shoes dazzling, perched on a pedestal in the shop window, as if on a throne. I want those, Nana, Malika says to her grandmother as they pass the shop. We'll see, Nana says with a wink. Looks like you could use a new pair. Surprise! Red shoes nestled in a shoebox under tissue paper on the kitchen table. Nana smiles her secret smile. Malika laughs and slips them on. Quick, quick, quick. Is Malika happy about the red shoes? Yes. Why do you think so? What's she doing? Yeah, she's smiling and laughing. She's excited about these new shoes. Red shoes walking click, clack, click across the floor of Malika's feet. Swish, swish, swish around the living room. Click, clack, clack down the hall. Then out the door and around the block Malika goes to show off her new red shoes. Is she wearing her red shoes now? No. What kind of shoes does Malika have on? Yellow rain boots. Why doesn't she have on her red shoes? She really likes them. Oh, because it's raining? That's a good reason. Let's see what the book says. Carefully, carefully, on the first day of school, Malika walks in big galoshes, big rain boots that hide her shoes from the rain. She wants to keep them dry when she jumps in puddles. Red shoes dancing on Daddy's feet when they go to Auntie's wedding in the fall. Red shoes kicking cousin Jamal under the table at Nana's Christmas dinner as he tries to snitch Malika's buttery biscuit. Red shoes stomping home when Malika and her best friend Keisha have a fight. Malika is mad and sticks to it. Red shoes jumping double dutch at Keisha's birthday party after they make up. Looks like Malika wears her shoes all the time. Do you have something like that you wear all the time? Then, oh no, red shoes pinching when Malika squeezes them on to wear to Nana's birthday dinner at a restaurant. My shoes are too small, Malika says sadly. All through dinner, her red shoes don't let her forget that her feet have grown. So Malika's shoes don't fit anymore. What's she going to do? Maybe buy new shoes? What's she going to do with the old ones? Maybe give them away, like we talked about at the beginning. Maybe give them to a thrift store where someone else can get the shoes. Let's see what happens. Red shoes in the window at the resale shop where Nana and Malika have taken them to be resold so somebody else can enjoy them. Softly, softly, Malika says goodbye to her wonderful red shoes. They were her favorite shoes ever. But that can't be the end of the story. We still have all these pages. What's going to happen? Well, yeah, maybe Malika will go to the store and pick out a new pair of favorite shoes that she'll like just as much as her red shoes. What else could happen? Yeah, maybe someone will buy the shoes from the thrift store. Remember, we did say this book takes place in 2 places. So maybe we'll follow the shoes. Let's read and see. Inazia spies the red shoes dazzling in the shop window. She knows just the little girl who will love them. Now they are squeezed into her luggage, into her suitcase, bound for Africa. Red shoes under Inazia's bench in the marketplace where she sells her clay pots. They are waiting for Amina, the girl who fasted for half the month of Ramadan, the girl who deserves a special gift. Here she comes at last, holding her mother's hand. Inazia smiles down at Amina. I promised you a gift, and here it is. Red shoes are passed to Amina's waiting hands. Thank you, Auntie, she says. They are so beautiful. Is Amina happy with the red shoes? Yes. How can you tell? Oh, she's smiling. She must like them too. Then later, red shoes riding on the trotro on Amina's lap. Back at home, Amina's little sister Halima rushes to see the gift for the girl who fasted half the month of Ramadan, because someday she hopes to do the same. Amina lets her try them on, but just for a little while. Do the shoes fit Halima's feet? Not quite. Halima will have them soon enough, when Amina's feet grow too big, and Halima's feet grow big enough. Now the red shoes are tucked safely under the bed, waiting to be worn on very special days. Meanwhile, back on the other side of the ocean, Malika wonders, whatever happened to my beautiful red shoes? I wonder if someone is wearing them right now. The end. If you would like some other picture book recommendations, I have 4 titles for you this week. One is about hand-me-downs or consignment items like the red shoes were whenever Malika gave them away. 3 of the stories are other picture books that take place somewhere in Africa. Now remember, Africa is a big place with lots of different countries and different cultures. So these 3 stories reflect different parts of what could happen somewhere on that continent. There are all different kinds of people living in Africa. Our story about consignment or hand-me-downs is Sadie and the Silver Shoes by Jane Godwin. For stories set somewhere in Africa, I recommend Anna Hibiscus's Song by Atinuke. Grandpa Cacao by Elizabeth Zunon. And The Matatu by Eric Walters. All of these titles and more can be found at your local library by visiting librarycatalog.einetwork.net or calling your local library. That's about all the time we have for today. Are you ready for the goodbye song? It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up, ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling, the feeling you have that I'll be here when the week is new, and I'll have more ideas for you, and you'll have things you want to talk about. I will too. I'll see you next week, friends. Stay safe and healthy.